Hi friends, I'm Sara, Cardinal, Director of Children and Youth Ministry here at University United Methodist Church, and I'm not here to give you a children's message. I've been asked to speak on behalf of the Unprecedented Times and Unprecedented Challenges Stewardship Campaign and offer you a little window into my home life and my ministry life and the challenges of living in this era of COVID. So since March, my spouse and I have both been working from home full time in our very modest and not very soundproof home. Our kids have also been home, either virtually learning or figuring out creative ways to spend their summer freedom. We missed a lot this summer. No vacation Bible school, no camp at Lake Louise, no family camp. And it felt strange to kick off another school year without having expended some of that energy and receiving some of that renewal that the four of us have really come to look forward to and love. Since we both work full time and our children are in 1st and 5th grade, it means that often one of us steps away from our desk and our meetings to provide classroom support, which also means that our work days tend to start before the kids get up and end after the children are in bed, or we work a lot of weekends and lunch breaks and odd hours wherever we can fit it in. We lack the community resources that we once had. We miss babysitters and family members and after-school programs that gave us some of the freedom to really focus on our jobs. We are tired, and that is true of every parent I know right now. Youth group and Sunday school moved to an online format last March as well, and that's one of the blessings of working with a young and agile group. We were able to translate a lot of what we do to a virtual space very quickly, but after 6 months of looking at each other's faces over screens, I will tell you it is not the same. And we all have screen fatigue, especially for the students who are using computers and tablets all day. It is difficult to find the motivation to come to youth group online. So a lot of the budget that I would have spent feeding them in a normal year has gone towards postage and door drops and things that help us stay connected in more tangible ways. We miss being together. And yet in all of these challenges, I still find gratitude. As a matter of fact, I have found that it is better to seek gratitude because it is so easy to sit in the negativity and the anxiety and the unknown. This summer, my students found out the power of a bucket full of pink lawn flamingos as they raised over $2,000 for Midland flood relief and connected community members who were feeling alone into a greater community. Our kids programs brought in food for food banks and toiletries for migrant ministries, and these kids and teens were able to continue to be disciples for Jesus Christ this summer. My family, we move at a slower pace now. We have less on our calendars and make more room for family nights and talking to each other. There are gifts in the hardships. I am reminded of the conversations that Jesus had with the disciples before his crucifixion and resurrection. In the Gospel of John, he says to them, "So you have pain now, but I will see you again, and your hearts will rejoice, and no one will take your joy from you." That scripture sounds different to me now in 2020 because it speaks to being together. It speaks to an ending filled with joy. And right now, I feel like a disciple after Good Friday, wondering what comes next, what horror, what hardship could possibly be waiting, not knowing how this is going to end. But I know that God is with us, and I know that we will gather again together sometime. I don't know when, but I know it will happen. So let us cast hope into 2021. into the discipleship and ministry of University United Methodist Church. Let us move forward faithfully, knowing that the church building may be closed, but the church is very much alive. Blessings to you all.